Welcome aboard, good fellas. Welcome back to the Logan Preview. It is indeed is more inspiring. You are here with me, Sabiru, or you can call me Navy J. Vankudi, Navy Jabalon Vankudi. You are in my life journey podcast. Why? I do want to say something. I think this is my first time. Out of so many years, I've been really trying to be consistent, to be persistent in documenting my life history. I was saying that this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be one hell of a trip. So, this is a teasers actually. Teasers of how do I speak, how do I spoke, and how do I do so many things in life. Like I said, out of so many years. Almost 30 years of my life, I've been born to this world, to this universe, and I don't want to say it. This podcast, or maybe a live history storytelling sessions, is gonna be on full English. I will put a lot of caption, or maybe just a caption and also a bilingual caption, especially English and Indonesia. Other than that, you can contact me personally to be translated into your local language. Yeah, maybe just like that, things like that. So this is the teasers. I'm not gonna talking too long, but maybe or probably for the next 10 minutes, for the next 15 or 20 minutes, I'll be like, you know, just explaining what I'm gonna do and yeah. So I'm making this documentary, or maybe like documentary and also a podcast as a reminder that I'm a to this world, that I might someday, like do resurrection or involve in some kind of a reincarnation. That might be true, because who knows about those kind of miraculous and magical things. So I was born on a city in Indonesia. I was born on a city in Indonesia. Back then, in the 90s. So I'ma tell you something. The city is a part of Indonesian Laos Island. It was in Sumatra Island. The name was even cool, Sumatra. And then it's Sumatra, definitely Sumatra. On those part of Sumatra, I was born in the hospital. Around 2 a.m. and up to 5 a.m. in the morning, my mother was, she gave birth to me. She gave birth, so hard to spell that. Birth, oh God. Yeah, it's okay to be silly here in front of camera. And yeah, my mother gave birth to me around 2 a.m. in the morning, up to 5 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday. Exactly, it's Saturday, just like those Earth, Wind, and Fire song. I was born to this world. I was born fortunate. Yeah, I was born fortunate, but also unfortunate at the same time. So, I would say that this is a series of unfortunate events. Yeah, so let me tell you again. That's the reason behind why I make this kind of video and documentary is as a reminder that to a lot of my friends, my close family, the one whom I close with, so they can rewatch this video when I die. And I don't know, maybe the next 50 years, the next 100 years ahead from now, they'll be like watching. This is very traditional. The camera, the lighting, the chair, and then how does Sabiru or Navy or Aram speak? Yeah, Simply the quintessential of my life. You know, Sabiro sounds cool and Navy sounds cool, but some people do call me in the worst way like Ohang and Opal, and I still adore myself with those names that comes from my childhood, especially Vankti. And yeah, I must say that. Okay, I was born on a Saturday morning in the Sumatra Island and on a Christian hospital. So I'll be looking like when I was born, I'll be looking like the Almighty Jesus, the all-star prophet in our life history. Yeah, I was born at that time. Was born fortunate. I mean, got a lot of money, got sufficient amount of money when I was born. That's like my popes were like, got a decent job at that time. Got a decent job, and I was like, mom was like very pretty, very eloquent in her way. Fine lady, very astute, I must say. Astute and a fine lady, fine woman, pretty young woman. Okay, born to be a descendant of Indonesians and Dutch in some way. A mix, like a mulatto. Yeah, but especially on the Indonesian part, I was, like, I don't know, a noble descendant. I was a noble descendant. So I didn't born from peasants. My family wasn't comes from that category. So I'm not flexing right here, but it's the reality that I'm telling you right now. Okay, it's been how many minutes? 7 minutes. We're running. 7 minutes, or maybe 8 minutes, probably. So that part is where I got very fortunate, very lucky in my life. But on the other hand, I'm a little blood sucking machine. I almost died just like my big brother. I mean, the one who died. My previous brother. I mean, the only one. Yeah. My previous brother, he was only 3 days. I mean, after being 3 days born to this world, he is dead. I mean, like, passed away. Up to the heaven. Probably hell, but I sounds like a very cool and very, unethical gentleman if I say that to my old brother. So I might say that, yeah, he passed away already. 3 days, just 3 days. And then born, I mean, so was I. No, no, my bad. The incorrect grammar. So, I mean, uh, I'm having the same kind of a medical disease when I was born, just like my brother used to. And my my body was around, I don't know, 60 centimeters, 70 centimeters when he was born. And then the nurse and the doctors was saying like, this boy is an Indonesian. Indonesian is around how many centimeters, I don't exactly know, but this boy could be Caucasian or mixed blood and maybe like European blood or something. And he is very large at that time, at the moment he was born. So it's not me, but it's not me. It's not happening to me. I was born with the same kind of a medical issue. I was born in blue. I looks blue, like pale and blue and unhealthy, and cannot scream at the moment. That's why my name is like Sabiro, because I was blue, like just literally blue, a blue baby. I'm about to end my life too, but then I got lucky, I guess. Someone's calling a doctor's. I think it's like my mother is calling a doctor. He's coming from Australia, an Indonesian doctor residing in Australia at that time. So 7 hours flight. I don't know, maybe 7 hours. Or probably 10 hours flight. 10 hours flight into the Sumatra Island. And the doctor says, "Oh, I know this case. I know this kind of case." He was like, "Okay, get me a blood donor. I don't know, be it African, be it Caucasian, I mean, be it a white man, be it a white Asian or African, just get me a blood donor." The doctor said. God. And I was like, am I gonna leave? If I can't speak at that moment, I will probably say, am I gonna leave? Well, this is very exciting adventure between life and death. And then, yeah, I survived by becoming a blood sucking machine, like, oh, a little vampire machine. So I got a needle, a lot of needle, like, I got a blood transfusion. So in and out. That's what happened. In and out. That's what happened at that very moment. Mothers was worried. I mean, my was worried, hell worried, and my old man was also worried, but they prayed to God. I mean, the Almighty God be safe and be the savior of our little boy. Yeah, this is what happened. Yeah, I got a blood sucking needle, like needle, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 needles into my body, another 20 needle as an output from my body. So I get my blood changed, completely changed. Like, yeah, that's what happened. I don't know whose blood it is, but thank you for saving my soul. I mean, I become one of the most greatest rascal in my own life. And I mind no one's business unless mine have to do with you, and that's what happened. Okay, we are 12 minutes into the talking, and I would say that I do enjoy this kind of documentary because I kind of feel like I'm bold speaking Indonesian. I'm not really good at speaking Indonesian either. Neither I'm good at speaking English. So just balancing between the two of them. You know what? Yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, I survived. I kind of survived by by following that kind of blood transfusion operation, and the procedure. One very unique thing about my life back then is that aside from becoming a little blood sucking machine, like a mini vampire, like the mini Bram Stoker's Dracula, I become, say, Mike Tyson on the other hand. And in other words, I become a Mike Tyson. So the doctor and the nurse, the hospital crew, it was very traditional, by the way. Indonesia is unlike those American hospital, maybe those hospital in London or Singapore at that time and in the 90s. Or maybe, probably like those Australian hospital. Yeah, mine hospital was like really big, it's between life and death. But so thing, a dad is coming from Australia, and then he was also a descendant of a noble Sundanese descendant, a noble Sundanese descendant, and we're proud for that. We're proud for that. It's in our blood, the pride. But don't worry, if you're born a peasant, you do not have to be royal. It's just about being human, after all. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. Life is being neutral. Whether you are a noble descendant, or maybe you're peasants, or maybe you are embassy or degenerate low lives, you're still human, by the way. And yeah, but in order to remain ethical, we have to put things aside sometimes, depending on the situation. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. And then I got into a blood transfusion, and then what happens next is that I got how do I say this? But the doctors and the nurse and the hospital crew and hospital teams, they kind of give me a very bright ultraviolet lamp, like, I don't know, 100 wattage. Of lamp, like 100 watts, 200 watts. So I got stunning session when I was a baby. I became a black. I become black and brown, and I kind of feel like I look like Mike Tyson. That's why some other hospital patient telling my mom, they always, "Hey, your son look like Mike Tyson." Good style, and my mom was mad as hell, but that's okay. I survived. Yeah, the important point is I do survive. That's why my mom, up to this day, she loves me very much. And then I do all my best for her. There's a special relationship between me and her. Okay, it's 15 minutes already. I think I must, stop the recording and then maybe another episode will come. But I do still I'll make sure that I'll be posting another live story. If I'm not getting, you know, I do still make a good riddance of all problems in my life. But I don't know if I'm remembering about one of my ex-lovers, she got to cancel. Unless I gotta cancel myself. And I was like, there's no cure for cancer. But I'm hoping this will be available. And any cures for cancer, will be it in Korea, be it in China, be it in those Zimbabwe country. I don't know. But well, if if that is facing me and I have to die, well then alright. Die it is. Okay. My name is Sabiro Natalogawa. You can call me. That's my stage name. I mean that's my internet name. But you can call me Naval or Navy J Wangdu or Naval Javelin Wangdu. Or you can call me Awang, whatever you wanna call me. Just don't call me idiot. When the moment I feel like I got this press and then you call me idiot, but that's okay. Whatever you wanna call me, alright? Okay, we'll get along good. Okay, I'll see you in the next episode in my life's history documentation podcast, whatever I want to call it, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Well, thank you, good fellas. Thank you. I'm saying goodbye to you, good fellas, to the Logan premiere. It is indeed, it's more inspiring. Hold on a moment. My channel's name is YouTube is Joseph Sabiro, so you gotta subscribe and hit the like buttons and then, give a comment, whatever you want to do. Just be a good pal. Yeah, will you? Okay. Well, I'm saying goodbye. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Or adios or ciao, yeah, sayonara. Definitely sayonara. I love Nippon. Well, goodbye.